So here recently, we've been doing a lot of work here on the homestead. We recently got our septic system installed, got the lateral lines installed, and then I was working on digging the trenches for the actual water lines to go to the house, the pig pen, and the camper, the tiny house and the camper. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys actually hooking the water up to the spouts and getting fresh water to all those spots. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Okay, well, today is the day I'm gonna hook the water up. So in this video, at some point, you're gonna see water going through the lines. We're gonna check for leaks. We're gonna do all that. But first, before we get into it, I gotta show you something pretty cool that I got off Amazon. This isn't a sponsored video. I just want to show you guys because this is a big feat for the homestead, for the off-grid homestead, because we don't just have power running everywhere. You guys know that. I actually bought a 110 dryer. So last night was the first attempt at doing laundry out here on the property since we moved out here. We went to the laundry. Brandy went to the laundromat a couple of times, but mainly Brandy's mom has been doing the laundry at her house, or Brandy will go over there, vice versa. Mainly Brandy's mom, really doing us a solid and helping us out. But I got everything hooked up. So I actually got the washer hooked up. We have a dryer here. I'd have to run that off the generator, which wouldn't be that big of a deal. But I didn't want it. I thought it would be better to get the smaller dryer and hook it up and see if it work. It does about half the load. So if you're doing a normal load in the washing machine, that will dry about half the load. So instead of pulling over the bigger generator over here to hook the dryer up, I just got that and I hook it right up to the camper. If you guys live in an apartment or a small house or something that you might need a smaller dryer, this thing, I've dried 4 loads in it so far. It's been doing awesome. I just literally got it set up. The vent's just blowing out right there. It's pretty cool. Yep, that's awesome. So yeah, so we could finally do laundry out here. The thing about this, I haven't plumbed this washer up yet to go into the septic system. I kind of just been running it down on the ground, just because it's just gray water. It's just some soap and water. That's all it is. So it's not going to hurt anything. You can see that's the literal idea. Hook the cord up to the generator. So I hooked the cord up to the generator, got the washer going, hooked my hose up to it. And that's what's weird about it is the clothes smell like sulfur coming out of the washer. And this is what I was hoping. I was hoping it would do what it's doing. I was hoping once I dried them, put the dryer, the dryer sheet. Once I put the dryer sheet in there, it would get rid of the sulfur smell, and there's absolutely no sulfur smell in the clothes once you dry them. So I'm like, oh, what a relief. So this is actually a big deal to be able to do our own laundry now out here, and we don't have to depend on other people or going to the laundromat. So that's a plus. And so as soon as we get like the solar and stuff, because that's still in the works, I'm still trying to figure everything out. We'll have all this stuff hooked up, guys, but it's a step-by-step process. It just doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey. It's a journey, and we knew this was how it was going to be once we decided to sell our house and get mortgage free. So all these little struggles you see us doing, to me, it's 100% worth it. This month was the first month we didn't have to pay a $2,300 mortgage payment, and it felt awesome. And I think that's Brandy calling me. Hold on a second. That was Brandy. She was calling me. They're actually out of town. Hayden's doing a jiu-jitsu tournament, and I would usually go, but they're making a weekend out of it to go do some school clothes shopping out of state. So I'm here holding down the property and the animals and stuff. But anyways, like I was saying, the struggle. You guys see us struggling. You see me at the water line. It looks like a ton of work because it is, but this is what I signed up for. I absolutely enjoy. I love doing this stuff, and I want to try to do as much as I possibly can by myself without overdoing it. Obviously, I'm not too prideful or scared by any means to ask for help, and I think a lot of you guys realize that. Some of you may not. But this is not beyond me. I can handle this. You guys seen it. Yes, it's hot and humid in Oklahoma. It's hot and humid everywhere. So yeah, with that being said, we knew what we were getting ourselves into whenever we moved out here and decided to become mortgage free. To me, it's so worth it. And so far, I wouldn't change anything. Everything's going as expected, and we'll continue to push forward. And today, I'm going to get this water hooked up in this video. You guys are going to see it. So Gracie, leave her alone. Gracie's acting crazy. You're gonna see it. So the last video you guys seen, I back dragged a lot of the stuff over the pipe. I got all the spots, the T's, and the joints where I welded them together. They're open where I could see if there's any leaks or anything like that. So that was my main concern. And to my surprise, a lot of you guys have never seen this black poly pipe. This is 1-inch black poly pipe, and a lot of you guys have never seen it. It's foreign to you. You don't understand it. This is here in Oklahoma. I don't know about anywhere else. I just know off experience in Oklahoma. This is what people use when they're doing long stretches of waterline. We've done about 300 foot here. I'm getting a lot of comments saying that looks too hard. I can't believe you're doing that. PVC is way easier. It's way cheaper. This is 47 cents a foot for 500 rolls. I have not priced PVC. I wasn't going off the cheapest or anything like that. I'm going off experience, what I've helped lay before. I've never welded, but I've dealt with the black pipe before. And I know this is what I wanted to use. It's easy to make the bends and do all that. This is just what I wanted to use. And so this is not uncommon out here, but a lot of you guys maybe not have seen it. And I get a lot of comments. There's a back behind me. About using brass fittings. Brass fittings are super expensive, and I've got some that we have for here, but because they're like, oh, brass fittings are cheap and they're easier. I don't know, that machine was actually pretty easy. If this all holds up, it was actually pretty easy to do. We'll just have to wait and see. And Abe's sneaking up behind me, wait and see if everything holds up. Now if it doesn't hold up, maybe I'll be thinking, hey, I need to get some brass fittings in there, but as of right now, it was not too bad at all. And I got my father-in-law over here, so we'll see what he's up to. Get. Okay, so I don't remember where I left off at. Randy had showed up, my father-in-law, to help me with hooking up the PVC pipe to the poly. We were looking at it, he determined, yeah, we might get this other fitting. Let me show you. Just in case if it ever freezes up here, and I'll show you, we can actually just disconnect it with one of these, is it a coupling? I don't know exactly what you would call this, I don't know, B&K, I don't know if it's called a coupling also or what, but I went and got one of those. He actually had one of those. So yeah, you'll probably see him come over in a little bit, and we'll be putting this together, and I'm gonna start digging it, digging the trench out a little bit more to get the depth I want. Right now I'm at a foot. I need to get at least a minimum of 18 inches down from where the pipe's at, and then come out to my 45 and connect to the pipe. And then before we hook up the frost freezes, we're gonna run some water through the lines. I got some caps on the ends of them. I don't know how much pressure those will hold, if they'll just pop off or not, but we'll run it, test it, and then maybe take them off and just flush the lines out, if anything, before we put the actual frost freeze on there. So I'm gonna set the camera up, we're gonna get busy, and I'm gonna start putting this together, and we'll kind of go from there. Today you will see water going through the lines. wish me luck. Okay, 2 foot, we're good. Okay, we got it all hooked up and think we're ready to turn the water on. I'll probably just turn this on right here at the tank. There's how many gallons is that? Like 30 gallons?
Yep.
So we got 30 gallons right here. We're gonna go ahead and turn on right here, see if there's any leaks, and then we'll walk around to each one of them. You think it's gonna blow the ends off those?
More than likely.
We may end up blowing the ends off. That's okay. We need to flush the lines out anyways. So I'm gonna turn it on and we're gonna see what it does. That brass fitting, now that fits the poly to the PVC like I showed you guys. It wasn't too bad. The line just sunk down, so there's water in it. That's probably good for now, isn't it, right there? We'll walk over here, see if the end, oh, the end's still on there. I can hear water. I can hear the air coming out right here. That might pop off in a second. So 0 leaks right here.
That is still on?
Yeah. It's dry right there. It's dry right there at that T. It popped the end off on here. Turn it on. Yeah, we got water. Get all the air out of the lines. That's the one up here by the house. So it popped the end off on that one. You guys can see the water coming out. These two, the other two faucets, there's no leaks. And they're still on there. That's still dry. That T's dry. And we'll check back over here. Dry?
Feels like it's just blowing right on through.
There's that end's off down there and it's blowing water out.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yep. Definitely. What's that bag? There was water up here. Hope so. Got it? Probably. Got 2 blisters right there and right there. Freaking suck. Is that it? Yeah. Any leaks? I think all that's just sweat. All that right there, I don't think it's leaking. Let's see if we got water over here by the pigs. Gabby's like, I want a drink. Here we go. Oh, I like it. Wow. I'm gonna go check the one up here by the camper, and then we'll check the other one down there. So far, so good. Oh, that's a relief. We'll see what this one is down here. We got a little bit of a drip down there. There's a little drip. Yeah, at the main one. So I'll tighten that one up. It'll take care of that. There's a little drip down there too, so it's leaking at the ends. We need to tighten them up better. But while I'm over here, let's see the water come out of it. Oh yeah. Now it'll be nice and muddy for me to work on it. Okay, we got the leaks stopped, and we just pressure tested it, all the lines, and it's doing good. Randy's an old pressure tester, ain't you, Randy?
Yes, I am.
So what surprises me the most out of this whole setup is that brass coupling did not leak at all. That really doesn't surprise me, the welded parts, just because the video I seen, that's how they did it. And so that doesn't surprise me a whole lot, but that brass fitting, that surprised me. There wasn't any leaks. So we got the two little drips fixed on the faucets. I'm not going to cover this up yet. We're going to leave it like this for a few days. I got to get some T-posts and drive them down beside it so they don't get knocked over and all that. So yeah, we'll wait to do that in the future. But so far so good. We got water running in 3 different spots now, and now we can actually have water right at the camper, right at the pigs. This water over here is not that big of a deal for now, but the pigs and the camper is a huge deal.
Get off the water hose, man.
Huh?
Get off the water hose.
Yes. What you doing, Gracie? You hot? Where's Gabby? Oh, Gabby wants some attention too. I say Gracie, then you come running out, Gabby. Really? Yeah, like Randy said, I won't have to drag the water hoses all over the place now. This would be so much easier. Brandy and the girls can just come here, turn the faucets on, water the animals. It's a good thing. Okay, so that's been a fun 3 days. I think I'll have a three videos out of this ordeal. I like it. I like this kind of stuff. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't be doing it. And I like getting sweaty, and it feels like you did a workout, and when you're just doing here at home. So it's a good thing. That's actually really good exercise, and I need it. And I feel good, and I feel better about myself after the end of the day whenever I do a project like this, just because you're out there sweating and just doing hard physical labor, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. Me and Randy drank a lot of water today. So big shout out to him to come over and help me hooking that PVC pipe and running all this stuff and getting it hooked up. It's good. It's good to go. I'm super excited that we got it hooked up, and now we have water in the 3 destinations that we need it right now. And I will not hesitate at all to run more water lines when needed and fuse them together. That machine did an awesome job. No leaks whatsoever, and it's pressured up right now. And so we did the pressure test people were talking about. People were saying, hey, you need to do it before you cover it up. I was like, well, I'm gonna take the chance while I got the excavator, because it actually left yesterday. I got some comments about putting the thing back on top of the well house back on top with the excavator, but the excavator, it was already gone at that point. So it's all good. Now I just got to get the T-posts, like I said earlier, get them in the ground, get it tied to it, secured, so it's not going back and forth, and I could cover it up. And we got water. We got water here on the homestead, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful to be able to do this. I mean, just the little things in life that we normally take for granted, like running water to your house. It's such a big deal. That's one thing during the pandemic, when everyone was running out and buying all the toilet paper and stuff. It's like people take little things for granted, as simple as toilet paper. Water is essential for life. Toilet paper is not. Whenever I was overseas in Iraq, I don't know if we have toilet paper. I mean, it's just the little essential things that you think that are essential really aren't essential, but water, it is, and it's an essential project I got done. I'm happy. It's going to make our life so much easier. It's going to make the girls and Brandy's life so much easier, and they can just come out and do the water, and they don't have to pull a hose everywhere, which I normally, about 90% of the time, I took care of the watering and the hose and stuff, just because I didn't want to have to put the burden on them for that. I've drugged them into this lifestyle. Brandy's on board, obviously, or we wouldn't be doing it. We, as a married couple, we came to agreements, like I talked about earlier. We did not want the mortgage anymore. That's why we sold the house, and that's why we're doing what we're doing. And God's blessed us very, very much, just not with all this, but just with family in general, and just watching out for us. So it's been awesome. So what's one thing I could check off the list is the water lines for now until we start the house, and hopefully we'll be starting the house in the next week. As far as the pad work and slab and all that, within the next week we can have. I'm hoping if all the schedules line out, we're able to do that. And things are going to start to come along on the homestead. I want to start framing so bad, but it's one step at a time. But we got this place established now with the water, so that's the main thing. We got it done. So hope you guys enjoyed this little 3-video series. If you did, smash that like button, and if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. You can come along with us on this journey of living off the land, homesteading off the land. We got pigs, chickens, a few dogs. In the future we'll probably get goats again and other things like that, but right now we're just focusing on the actual homestead property, getting it prepared for all those other things down the road. And so if you like that kind of stuff, I think you guys really like this channel. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. We love you guys for all the support, all the nice comments, and all the thumbs up you give us. We can't thank you guys enough. With that being said, thank you. I'll catch you on the next video.